Hello everyone, this is HGJ Halloween, and today I am back for yet again another Spirit Halloween sneak peek for the 2020 season. Now, technically Spirit sneak peeks are officially over, but because I was behind on a couple and I have this one and that girl on the tombstone and a couple other ones that were released kind of online only, I still think I'm going to come back to the channel and do videos on them just because I know I can't do the haunted house this year, so I kind of have less content, and so I'm going to give you guys as much prop content as I can. I'm not going to slack on it this year. But I do just want to say that that was me singing in that little intro clip. And if you like what you hear, please be sure to support my music. That was my single Steal Our Love, which just came out about a week ago. You guys have been so freaking amazing with the support, telling me you love the music in the comment section, following me on my Tyler Hunt Music Instagram. That will be in the description. And just giving me so much love for that new release. And it's just been amazing. It's been so much fun for me. It's my new passion is music production, music writing, singing I'm working on, but you know, all of it has just been really, really fun, and your guys' support makes it all worth it. And I hopefully will be releasing 5 to 6 songs a year, so you won't want to miss anything coming out on my Spotify. That's the best place to find me. Link will be right down in the description, or you can search up Steal Our Love Tyler Hunt, or just Tyler Hunt. My Apple Music will also be down there, but I'm on Amazon, everything you could possibly think of if you want to find Steal Our Love by Tyler Hunt or Never Thought by Tyler Hunt. So please be sure to stream the song if you love it, add it to your playlist, and I swear it just really, really helps with my new music passion because I'm trying to build it from the ground up here. So thank you all so much for your support. Now anyways, today I am talking about the Plague Doctor. This is actually an online only release that came out quite a while ago, I think with one of their big, huge 6 prop a day drops that I just kind of skipped on because it was an online only release. But I actually got a lot of requests in my recent comment sections to talk about it, so here I am, I'm going to do it anyways. But before I actually get into my thoughts on this guy, let me go ahead and show you the video of him on Spirit Halloween's website. Granted, he doesn't actually move, but you can just kind of see him in his full glory with the fog coming out and with his audio. So here is the video. So that is the Plague Doctor. Not all that much to see, like I said, because he doesn't actually have any motion, which is kind of sad, but he is a really, really awesome static prop. Now, it's also sad that we're not going to be seeing him in stores. I think it would have been really cool to have this guy on the side of the island or the back theme this year. But unfortunately, he is going to be online only, which we know for sure because he has 07 as the first number in his item number, and it would be 01 if he was going to be in store. Now, this guy, like I said, he doesn't move, but he has a big brown cloak. He has a staff with skulls on it, and obviously the seller is that he has that awesome bird-like Plague Doctor mask, which is very appropriate right now because of coronavirus, which is why I think it would have been really funny if they had this guy like right at the opening of the store just as their little coronavirus protector for the 2020 season, but they don't. He's just going to be online only. But it is a very appropriate time for this to have come out considering we're in kind of like a plague, quote unquote. But he has red light-up eyes as well, along with red lights in the skulls of the staff, which is very nice added touch. They didn't have to do that, but they did. So he definitely has a lot of ways to kind of like light through your display. And he also has some really creepy like talon-like hands with these elongated fingers, big claws. It always just like reminds me of a bird for some reason, but it's the Plague Doctor mask, so it is a guy behind the mask. And just has some like creepy groans and breathing noises, which is very appropriate because it's kind of just like he's trying to breathe behind this Plague Doctor mask. And this is what the Plague Doctor, just if you're like young and don't know what this is, it's like when they had the Black Plague, this is like what they wore for basically like a hazmat suit, I guess you would call it, was what they had at the time. I don't think it necessarily worked, but it looked really weird. I'm not really sure why they had like a beak on it, but this was that look. So I know a lot of people are fans of the Plague Doctor look. and have been wanting a Plague Doctor prop for so long. So I think a lot of people are big fans of this guy, and that's why I have been seeing him requested in so many of my comment sections. He's got like this big robe, big hood. The detail overall is very good. Like I said, in the hands and in the Plague Doctor mask, it looks very realistic, even though it's probably like hard plastic. It does give this leather look to it. And then, of course, he also has a Fog Machine edition. Now, the big news or the big problem with that, though, is that it's not included as usual. So it's not actually big news. It's something everyone would already expect, is that the Fog Machine is never included with the props, guys. I know it's very sad because sometimes it is really a big selling point. Like this guy, it's kind of all he does if, he has no motion. So without it, he's really just sitting there. So the fog is always a really cool addition. Now, I understand the reason they don't include it. They want you to buy it separate because it also can be used on many props. You can use the same Fog Machine for different props. I mean, not at one time, but you could use the same Fog Machine for different props in different years. So that's why you only really have to buy it one time if you just want one prop each year to be fogging. But it is sad because it's not included in the price tag, which in this case is pretty high. We have a $229.99 static prop, which is kind of strange. We typically don't see a static prop being at that tall of a price. I mean, this is on the upper range of the props prices for this year. We're seeing, heavily animated props around $230 to $250. And this has no motion. So very strange to me that they would put it at $230. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because they think that it's going to be a huge seller, or, it's something about the plague thing. I don't think it's licensed, but maybe they think that it's just like going to be super popular. It's also kind of dumb that they wouldn't have it in store. If you're going to have something be $230, I think you want people to see it. Because, it would still be a fan favorite being the Plague Doctor idea, but I just think I wish it had some motion because the look is great. I think the appearance of it, they did a really, really good job with. Nothing to complain about there. So I just wish they gave it some motion. Side to side, maybe. Some flickering in the eyes. Maybe some hand movement. The staff could go up and down. Something cool like that. And then people would totally get it for $230. Now, I think people still will, but I just am kind of disappointed that it is a fully static animatronic. I will likely not be getting it this year just because it's probably not going to be a super popular one on YouTube, just because it's not going to be in stores, which is unfortunate because the ones in stores always get a little more traction because people know about them, which is why I think it would have been smart for them to have this one in store. But I won't be getting it just because it's, not really going to be in my budget this year. But it certainly is really cool. And again, the sad part is that the Fog Machine is not included in the $230 price. So you're going to be looking at spending another $50 if you want the Fog Machine. Now, some people already have a Fog Machine, so it might not matter. But you know what I mean? That's why it's kind of crazy that this would be $230 without the Fog Machine included. Maybe if it had the Fog Machine, we would understand. But that is kind of the downsides of this guy. Aside from that, he's really cool. And one thing that I find crazy is that it's apparently 7.4 feet tall. Now, maybe that has something to do with why the price is so large, because 7.4 feet, if you think about that, we're talking an over 7-foot prop, it's up there like halfway to 8 feet. You don't see something like that. So I wish they would have had this guy in store so we could see how actually giant he is. But the 7.4 feet thing, it must really be that tall. It doesn't have any horns or antlers or anything that would make it technically be that tall, but not really be that tall. It just has to be. The head must be at 7.4 feet. So that is one thing I did just want to add, because that might have to do with why the price is so high, because maybe it's just a super giant animatronic. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people will still be getting it this year, and we'll see how big it really is. So anyways, that is about all I have to say for the Plague Doctor. I have a couple more props I'm probably going to talk about online only and in store. I think the one like Angeline or whatever is the last in store I have to talk about. And aside from that, I might still talk about a couple other online only props just to give you guys more content this year. But I'm super duper excited because if you follow me on my HTJ Halloween Instagram, link down in the description, you would have saw on my story that the flagship store is opening like this Thursday. And I think I'm going to go there sometime during the weekend, maybe Friday. And then I'm going to get that flagship video for you guys. So I'm always super excited to kind of kick off the year with that awesome flagship tour. And I'll maybe just do a bunch of different local store tours too this year. I'm just going to try to really push out a lot of different videos. Since I can't do the haunted house, I feel kind of bad. But I'm excited to visit the flagship, even though I'm not a huge fan of the themes this year, which you also would have saw my take on the on my HJ Halloween Instagram. But I do love a lot of the props, and I'm super excited to go to the store so I can purchase them and get going with the videos this year. So that is really, really exciting stuff to look forward to on the channel. So make sure you're subscribed and have that bell on if you don't already. So anyways, please, like I said at the beginning of the video, be sure to support my music endeavors. That's one thing I'll be able to do all year round. It won't be seasonal. So if you want to follow me just a little bit more, then you definitely want to follow me on Spotify and check out my Tyler Hunt Music Instagram down in the description. I will have a link to actually all of my social medias. Like I said, Tyler Hunt Music Instagram. I go live on there a lot more often and talk to you guys. And I also have a lot of like photo shoots and pictures that aren't Halloween related if you want that. And there will also be my Spirit Halloween affiliate links, like I said, where you can do the skull fire logs. Those are really awesome ceramic skull you can throw into a fire pit or fireplace for the your little Halloween party this year. Unfortunately, though, we might not be able to have great Halloween parties, I guess, with masks. And then also there will be a link just to the store where you can get the Plague Doctor or anything else. And by purchasing on that link, you help me and the channel out at no extra cost to you. And lastly, there will be a link to the HGJ Halloween merch shop where you can purchase HGJ Halloween t-shirts, stickers, mugs, blankets, all sorts of awesome stuff. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.